Said I had been leaving my Chicago muscle, and I'm going to address him later. But I loved what Poolstick said, that no matter what, there they are. Sunday morning. I want to show you something very peaceful first. Said I had been leaving my fish people out of stuff, so I'm going to show my fish because they're very peaceful. And Poolstick, this is for you. This is how I get my peace. These are little baby platies. There's the mother. She's actually a lot prettier than that. She's got blacks here. She is beer bottle brown and screwdriver orange. I should have cut the front of this tank off. But anyway, there's the babies. Now I'm going to show you my gups. And I don't know how good they're going to... There they are. There are some beautiful ones in there, but it doesn't look like they're coming in good. That's why I hesitated to make this video. There's a pretty one. Right there. So, peaceful Sunday. Stay fishy Sunday. This is going to be a peaceful, wonderful response to everything that's been going on. I want to make sure that this video is dedicated to Poolstick, who my informants said he was mentioning me. And, of course, it was all caused by Chicago Muscle, and I'm going to address him later. But I loved what Poolstick said, that no matter what, he knows that we love each other. And nothing anybody can say or do is ever going to change that. He's just going to have to deal with Carlos. And I'm going to have to deal with who he decided to forgive. And now, since everything's calm, let's give a blessing to Tammy. Come on. Good girl. You're in a blessing mood when Mama's not all upset. Come on, let's do a 2-foot. Amen. Hyena. Amen. Good girl. There you go, Tammy. There you go, everybody. It's Sunday. You're getting a Sunday blessing from Hyena. You got to see my peaceful fish. And I just want to thank Poolstick for shutting Chicago down, basically, and letting him know that the relationship that me and Poolstick has is what it is. We get mad, we get over it. I've never had a hatred for him like I have some people. And if he wants to try to make up with all them people and make peace, good luck, Poolstick. Nothing will change between you and me ever. I can promise you that. Because all anybody can do is handle their own actions. Nobody has any control over what other people do. So, I'm sure you'll learn to accept Carlos. Just like you did Rolex and Joey, and quit trying to talk me out of it. Because Carlo is my wrench for life. And I actually don't think you and him had that much bad feelings either, because I kind of feel like might be like what you and me had. Good little fight every now and then, but other than that, you're good. So anyway, of course, Trump 2024. Hillbillies, rednecks, white trash, my people, my heroes that I defend daily. But I am going to play a disgusting video, and I'm going to call. He wants to know why I'm hypocriting him, and I'm going to do this calmly and collectively. And if Poolstick hears this, I want him to hear the first part, and then I want Chicago to hear all the rest of this, because I'm going to call him out on everything he said and prove to you that he cannot be trusted. We talked exactly 3 times on the phone. He made it sound like we talked regular. We didn't. And I knew he was talking to Johnny Mac, so there was no way I was going to trust him with anything. So I never told him anything. Because if anybody's fooling with Mac, I ain't telling him jack shit. I learned the hard way. So now I'm going to play this and respond to it peacefully and with making quite a bit of sense. And it's raining out today, so I just had to bring these dogs in, and they're kind of rainy. I'm going to do this.
Couple of days now with this fucking blabbermouth over here fucking shooting her fucking mouth off. And to be honest with you, Terry, I've tried to be right with you. I have called you. I have fucking done everything. And
Okay, I'm a blabbermouth. Got that right. But he never called me and tried to make everything right with me. He called me 3 times. And I knew he was talking to Johnny Mac, so I'm not going to trust him. Period. I don't care what he says. Because I don't trust Mac. And I don't trust anybody that fools with Mac. So there's that part. But he did think enough of me. He put a real good picture of me on there. Look at the picture he used. Great picture, Chicago. But I'm going to go over this point by point, calmly and coolly, and you people can decide who's a hypocrite and who isn't. Because I like to use people's own words. I don't like to... Oh, wow. You might know. It might work if I had the sound on it.
Maddie Marinara claims to be the cousin of the guy that ran around telling everybody you had a fucking cock. How hypocritical is it having him in your chat room since you're calling everybody on their bullshit, Terry? I thought you didn't like Doc.
I'm going to answer you, Muscle. I don't know Mary Marinado from the Man in the Moon. I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. But the point is, MRE started the rumor about me having a dick. Because he was all upset because I exposed his little Lauren. And that's the only thing he could come up with. But you, not to mention this Marinero guy that I don't even know, you believed it. You believed it when MRE told you. So what does that make you? What in the world does that make you that somebody can just randomly come up to you and say, Terry Time has a dick? And you don't say, prove it. What'd you do, have sex with her? You got nude pictures of her? Did you see her when she was born? So you're the hypocrite. You took MRE's word for it. All of you did. I don't know this Marinero guy. He can come in my chat anytime he feels like he's respectful.
Doctors, Terry. I thought you didn't like cop collars and popo collars and all that, Terry. Well, let's call you on some more of your fucking hypocrisy.
Let's go.
Okay? Because you got Carlos in your room as a fucking wrench. And he's the one that gave me Soflo's docs. You got a fucking doxer as a wrench.
You want me to tell you how ignorant that is? Poolstick. Muscle. I knew who Soflo was the day he came into the goddamn community. He was never behind an avatar. He never lied about his name. He never lied about his criminal record. So if Carlos gave you that as secret information, then you're a fool. Because he never lied about anything. So I've proved you wrong on 2 things now. You took a gossip that I had a dick from MRE, expecting me to know everybody that's in MRE's room because I don't even watch him. I watched him as Rustin. Then you turn around and say, I got Carlos in my chat, who's a doxer and all this stuff. I don't know that Carlos is doxing anybody. He didn't dox Soflo. Soflo came into this community with his real name, his real prison record. He never was behind an avatar. He never hid about anything. So I don't know what in the world kind of doxing Carlos was doing. Because you're a fool. Because his shit's been out there just like mine has. Ain't nobody doxed nothing to you about me except me having a dick, which was a lie, and you didn't question it. You just ran down that road with it. And then you expect me to know who some Marty Marinero guy is that I don't even never heard of. I don't even watch MRE. I don't watch NB. I don't watch any of them people. Their history. I knew them in the Durkee verse. And I exposed Lauren. And I'm glad I did. But Carlos did not give you anything up on Soflo because his stuff was out there from day one. So there you are. Wrong again. Now what do you got to say about that, Mr. Know-it-all?
There is a wrench, but you're running around talking about I don't fuck with none of these doxers and do. Well, hillbilly girl, explain having your boy. I love me some Carlos. Get the fuck out of here with that hypocritical shit. That's a doxing, admitted doxing.
Okay, prove to me who he doxed. Because the only one you said he doxed is Soflo, and that's ignorant. because SoFlo didn't need to be doxxed. He came out here with his face, with his record, with his name. There was no doxing to be done. So just exactly who has Carlos doxed? Mr. Don't need any facts to run that mouth. He sure didn't dox SoFlo. Who else? I'm giving you a chance to say who else he doxed. And as far as that other dude, I don't even know who he is. But if you guys all believed I had a dick, then you're all stupid. You should have told that little midget, wannabe Nazi, well, how can you prove it? Have you had sex with her? Have you seen her? No, you just all took it and ran with it, including Angel Gotti. She admitted it. So there goes your little thing about Carlos. Don't worry about me and Carlos. You let Carlos worry about me and Carlos. And for your information, Hyena gave him a forever wrench in my room. Forever. And she's the only one that can give them, and she's the only one that can take them away. So you're just going to have to deal with that. And you better come up with some more stuff, because you're looking pretty lame.
Motherfucker, ain't that a rat move, Terry? The fuck out. And they're sitting on the phone with me being as nice as pie. Nice as pie. Every time I call you, it's like, what's the problem here?
3 times.
Oh, nothing, Musa. You know, it's just these people. Uh-huh. Right. Don't let her bullshit you and fucking act like she's fucking Mr. Muscle Hater, because she's not. All you over there swinging off them fucking titties. Okay? You know, Terry, I fucking called you like a gentleman several times and tried to fucking whatever concerns you might have, put them to bed.
My concerns do not involve you. And I told you, you only called me 3 times, and I knew Mac was talking to you. So I never told or asked you anything. I asked you exactly what I'm going to ask you today, and you didn't have any good answers. I said, what in the world ever made you think I had a dick? And you said, well, MRE said it, so you know, we know it's got to be true. That's no answer. You think I would say that about somebody without having some facts? And then probably I wouldn't even say it, because I have morals. So you might have talked and called me like a gentleman, but I was listening to you like a traitor, because I knew you had that little Macky Mac right there with you, and I'm not stupid. Somebody only has to record me one time, and I learned my lesson. So I let you call. I let you run your mouth. I asked you what I had to ask you. You don't have any answers for that. Then, like you do now, you haven't called me lately. It was in the beginning before you even came back into the public, and I knew you were talking to Mac, so I never told you a thing. Never. You did the talking, not me. Because I know how to handle people. To have somebody like Mac in their little pack. So there's 2 things. I don't know who that Marinero guy is, and if I did, I'd have still let him come
But
in.
I don't see where it is anybody's fucking business if 2 men that fucking absolutely hated each other fucking have peace. Who the fuck asked you? Who made you the fucking authority on what the fuck we do? When you're sitting over there with a bunch of fucking rats in your chat room, and a bunch of bikers that fucking run around making apology tours after I fucking left, and fucking said, I didn't have nothing to do with all that stuff Muscle was doing. You lying motherfucker, too.
What bunch of bikers are in my chat? And I don't care what you do. And I don't care what kind of peace you make, because I don't care a fucking thing about you. Hatred, friendship, or otherwise. I hate Johnny Mac. And I hate FBS. And what Poolstick wants to make up with, that's on Poolstick. That's not on me, but I'm not making up with none of you. If you want to make little videos of me every day, you go ahead, but you better have your facts straight, because there ain't no pack of bikers in my chat, Mr. Know-it-all. And I don't know any bikers that would run their mouth like you do. I haven't met them yet. I've met fake bikers like you that run their mouths. I haven't met any real ones. I've been married to 2. They didn't run their mouths. They don't even like me being on here. So you don't know what you're talking about. And why do you have to do a whole video on what I think? If I'm not the boss of anything and my opinion doesn't matter, why are you responding to me? You know how I treat people that don't mean nothing? I don't respond to them. I don't mention their names. I don't care. You're the one that's making this into a big deal. And I'm going to shoot you down. Because I didn't know Maddie Marinero. And I don't know why a real smart man like you, a snake guy, would just take somebody's word that I had a dick without any proof. Explain that, Mr. Know-it-all. Explain that lie. And I got another good one coming for you. I'm going to go ahead and let you play your little stupid shit. You ain't got nobody else to talk about. You might as well pick on me. Well, you picked on the wrong one.
Fucker, boy. Fucking sat right there laughing with everybody else and then fucking talking about how he's the fucking real deal. I love you, brother, but fucking I did you wrong by not telling you the fucking truth, but that also fucking irks me. And you want to sit around and talk about how you're real, Terry, and everything, and we're all real here. Get the fuck out of here. That whole fucking chat room, you got a bunch of here.
Oh, now I know who you're talking about. Now I know who you're talking about. Real deal. Real deal has been nothing but wonderful to me. And I know for a fact he is a real biker, unlike you.
All right. I've been...
And I don't know what he did in your chat, and I don't really care. I can have whoever I want in my chat. Whoever I want. And 90% of them are from my porn room. And the other 10% don't give a fuck what you say. Tommy Real Deal is a wonderful gentleman. And I know he's a genuine biker, and that's all I need to know. And that's none of your business. If you're going to spend your day and nights watching my chats, have fun. Because I barely even do a live. So that's the group of bikers that are in my chat. One biker, Real Deal. And I'm glad he's in there. Because I've always liked him. And I didn't care that he was on a panel with you. It didn't bother me. Don't bother me who's on panels with who. I don't get sensitive like that. Like you get all bent out of shape over Carlos having a wrench. Well, he's got a forever wrench now. Just because it bothers you. I don't go around looking at people's chat, see who has wrenches and who's in there and who's saying what. I could care less. People go where they want to go. They'll find out on their own about somebody. Don't be bringing Real Deal up into this either. He's not a bunch of bikers. The last time I looked, he's one man.
All right. These people. Uh-huh. Right. Don't let her bullshit you and fucking act like she's fucking Mr. Muscle Hater, because she's not. All you over there swinging off them fucking titties. Okay? You know, Terry, I fucking called you like a gentleman several times and tried to fucking whatever concerns you might have, put them to bed. But I don't see where it detours after I fucking left and fucking said, I didn't have nothing to do with all that stuff Muscle was doing. You lying motherfucker too, boy. Fucking sat right there laughing with everybody else and then fucking talking about how he's the fucking real deal. I love it.
Isn't it funny how he's never done anything wrong and it's always everybody else's fault? Sound like somebody else we know? Don't be talking about Real Deal. Don't worry about who's in my chat. In fact, don't listen to me at all. We were never friends. We're never going to be friends. I never hated you. I'm not pretending to hate you now. I'm just calling you out on your bullshit and your lies. If you don't say it, I won't be able to play it. That's a good rule that any of you have been around me at all need to learn. If you don't want me to play it, don't say it. Because I don't get on here with gossip. I get on here with words. Your words.
I love you, brother, but fucking I did you wrong by not telling you the fucking truth, but that also fucking irks me. And you want to sit around and talk about how you're real, Terry, and everything, and we're all real here. Get the fuck out of here. That whole fucking chat room, you got a bunch of fucking rats, busters, snitches, doxers. That's NB's, Maddie Marinera. That's NB's point boy, Terry. That's right. NB's point boy who doxed.
You can't tell me nothing about MB because I'm the one that exposed her. I knew her 3 or 4 years before the MobTube even knew her. I know her real name, Lauren, and I know all about her. So don't sit there and think you're going to shove MB down my throat because I exposed that bitch. I know more about her than you do. I know more about MRE than you do. So you just need to go scrabble around somewhere else and find somebody else to fuck up with your shit because I could care less about MB. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't give a fuck about these guys she's messed with. I warned them in the beginning that she came right out of the bottom feeders. And all them bottom feeders just like her. And now that you've got them all up in your chats, you shouldn't even be worried about me. I'm not going to cause you no problem. Don't worry about my chat. Don't worry about it, Chicago. I don't hate you. I think you're a fool. I'm going to explain a little more of that. I already explained one. You believe somebody when they told you I had a dick without even checking it out. Don't worry about people being in my chat. Don't worry about Carlos. Because it ain't going to do you any good. I like who I like.
Doc's my best friend on here. Hypocritical, Terry. Stop it. You know I ain't got no beef with you. But stop it. You got as long as you got Carlos over there, shut the fuck up about anybody having rats and cop.
As long as you've got Johnny Mac up your ass, you shut your mouth about rats. Because I was on merge calls with him, and you were so offended by Sophie when you found out her and Mac had talked. But now all of a sudden he's cool? He's cool? Are you serious? And you're trying to tell me to worry about Carlos because he doxed you? Carlos didn't dox you. Carlos didn't dox anybody if all he doxed was SoFlo, because I've known SoFlo's name since the day he showed up over here. Why you going off on Real Deal? He ain't never done anything to anybody. You have, though. You go off half-cocked and don't even know what you're talking about. I don't think anybody believes you. That is one good thing. One good thing.
Callers and any of that, because he's known and proven, and you're stuck in his dick like it's a cotton candy fucking machine, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
That's it? Okay, now let me tell you what I know about this fool. Number one, he believed MRE that I had a dick, and he ran with the story. And I guess the rest of MRE's friends did too. I don't care. I don't know him. I don't give a fuck about MB. I exposed her. I was with her long before you guys even knew who she was, knew all her game, knew what she's doing. Don't care. Don't care at all. Don't care about the wannabe Nazi. Don't care about him. Don't listen to him. Now, this is the other thing that shows me how bright this fool is. Who in their right mind would let Deadly catfish him as Deadly Kitten? That's the other thing I asked him on the phone calls. He don't want to mention that. I said, how could anybody, please explain this to me. How could you let Deadly catfish you? Are you too stupid to not have him turn a cam on? All phones nowadays have a camera. There is no reason for anybody to get catfished by anybody. Because if you go ahead and talk to somebody and the story was ridiculous that he told me something about, oh, Deadly had all this information and he was some relation to Michael Francis. That's even dumber. That makes you sound dumber yet. That's a dumb thing. That's what I asked you when you called me. How could you let Deadly catfish you as Deadly Kitten? He didn't have an answer. He's just a fool. Just like he believed MRE when MRE said I had a dick. No proof, no nothing. He just believed it. But the first dumbest thing he ever did, this made me really know he wasn't a biker. Angel Gotti doxed him. She said she did. She said she had your information and she's the one that gave it to MRE. And MRE gave it to everybody else. So how could you be a biker, even pretend, and give any information to a female of any kind? Because bikers know that females run their mouths. They know that I did, and I got punished for it. They would not give their information. I wouldn't care if it was Mother Mary. They would not give their information to a female. That's why they don't let females in their politics. But you're so in love with the Gottis that you gave her all your information, and she gave you up. So there's one reason you can't be trusted. You don't have good sense. The second reason is you believed and ran with the story that MRE told you about me having a dick with no proof whatsoever. And the third reason is you're friends with Mac, and he's way worse than Carlos has ever been. And if the only thing Carlos ever doxed was SoFlo, then you need to get a new doxer, because I could have told you all his information. All you had to done is watch his channel. He's never hid who he was. Never. Not one time. Then you say I got a whole group of bikers in my chat and you're bringing up Real Deal. So that's another lie. You have nothing on me. I never have called a cop, but I know you have, and I know you have told women, now you women, if you get scared, you need to call a cop. Well, I'm a woman, and I never called a cop. Never. There's no excuse for anybody calling cops on anybody. That's another proof you were never in the biker world. Never. And you called me 3 times, and I asked you them 3 questions. Why did you give your ID to Angel Gotti, a woman that runs her mouth and got a YouTube channel? Why did you believe the dick story about me with no proof whatsoever? Even Angel admitted that was stupid. And why in the world do you think that Carlos gave all SoFlo's information to you and it was some kind of secret? All you had to do was watch his channel. And I don't give a fuck if you try to get along with me or if you don't. I don't care. There's only 2 people that I despise. That is Mac and FBS. And what the rest of you clowns do, the rest of you can do. I'm not getting on anybody's side. Poolstick and me do have something. I can't explain it. Even when we were fighting, way worse than you, what he said bothered me more than what you said, and I never really got mad at him, and he knows that. And Poolstick, I can't wait till you come to Texas and give me that big old hug you promised me. Anyway, he's a fool. I proved it. He got catfished by Deadly. Just let this sink into your mind. How in the world did Deadly sound like a woman and catfish anybody? And all you have to do is say, hey, turn the cam on. I need to check you out. And this fool believes him and got catfished. And then is still friends with him, knowing that Deadly made a fool out of him. The dick story. Totally made up. I guess this Mary Marinero, whatever his name is, didn't check it out either. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, I don't have a dick. I don't have one. MRE knew I didn't. He was mad because I exposed him and all the people in Durkeeverse found out what he is. And I don't think he's a Nazi. I think he's a wannabe Nazi. Because I've been around some real white supremacists and some real Nazis, and they don't take midgets into their groups. They have a height requirement, just like I do. So I think that's even bullshit. And you fell for that. So there you go. He got catfished by Deadly. Doesn't deny it. Can't explain it. Because there's no explanation. There's a camera on your phone. Believed I had a dick. Believed that Carlos doxed somebody when the day that SoFlo came in this community, he came in full who he was. Who he was. Where he lived. How many years he'd done in the pen. So just exactly what secret information did Carlos give you? And Carlos has a wrench in my room for life. Any of them people that want to come over to my chat, you're talking about being this and being that, and believed I had a dick, well, so did you. So I guess they're as good as you are. Welcome, fellas, if you thought I had a dick. You're welcome. I don't have one. I'm sorry. I don't. So this fool has made absolutely no sense. And then when he went over to Poolsticks, and somebody sent me the clip, and he thought he was going to start dragging me down on Poolsticks, Poolstick checked him. Because Poolstick knows that I tell the truth. And he don't have to worry about me going behind his back and telling stuff. And him and Carlos are going to work through this. Or if they don't, he's just going to have to like it like I have to like him being friends with Kevin and Mac and all them people. I just have to accept it. And you can be friends with people that other people hate, because Joey Dimes and me, Joey Dimes is probably the best friend I've got, and he is best friends with FBS, and we don't have one problem. We move on. We don't talk about FBS. So if Poolstick wants to have his little freedom, peaceful fest, or whatever you want to call it, then he can. It's not going to do nothing between him and me, and I don't even care about you. So I don't care if you ever like me or don't. And don't try to make it sound like we were talking on the phone every day. You called me 3 times, and I asked you those stupid questions about how you could let Deadly catfish you. I'd be embarrassed to even admit it. That's all we ever talked about, because I knew you were talking to Mac, and I know exactly how Mac is. So that's it. End of story, people. If that's the best you got, Chicago, you better start making up some more shit about me, because that ain't nothing. That's not nothing. Didn't even really make me mad. What I got mad, that video I did the other day wasn't even about you. It was about Poolstick pissing me off, trying to tell people they can't come in his room unless they squash all these differences. And I wanted to make it perfectly clear to him that I'm not squashing no differences with anybody. So this has been a very Sunday loving little video. Peaceful, I just want to prove that guy's a liar. You gave your information to a woman, which a real biker would have never done. Never. And she gave you up. You misjudged character, like you're doing right now by being friends with Mac. You believed I had a dick. No background check, no nothing. MRE said it. Little wannabe Nazi midget said it. Has to be true. And just because those people are in my chat that I don't know and they're friends with NB, I don't give a fuck. I took care of NB. I exposed her. I'm done with her. They can all come over there and be in my chat for all I care. As long as they don't argue with anybody, and as long as I got Carlos in there as my head forever wrench, I don't have to worry about who comes in my chat. So why don't you worry about your own little horror movie stories and stuff like that, and try to get on everybody's panel and tell them what to do and when to talk and when they can't talk. Why don't you just do that and go let another guy try to catfish you? You sound pretty easy. Hey, you know what? I was married to Jack Lambert. You want me to catfish you? Jack Lambert's ex-wife. Sounds pretty important. You already know what I look like. How's that sound? How many times you been catfished anyway? You sound easy. You sound really, really easy to me, and you're pathetic. And you can make all the little videos you want, because you're going to need somebody. If you're going to have this big peace treaty, who are you going to make videos of? Just me and Carlos? That's it? Good luck, because we're happy. We're happy, happy-go-lucky. Poolstick going to stay friends with me no matter what, just like I am him. Just like I am him. I tried to warn him about the bottom feeders. He found out on his own. And if he is me give up Rolex, and I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to give up Carlos either. And nobody better even mention Joey Dimes, because he's sacred. So you mind your own business. Take your little bunch of MB people, and don't worry about them being in my chat. As long as they act good, Carlos will handle them. Don't worry about me, because I'm not worried about you. I put the 3 big lies out about you. Giving your information to a woman, getting catfished by Deadly, and thinking that Carlos was an informant because he gave you public knowledge of SoFlo, talking about his name, his mom and dad, his son, his wife, the Poolstick thing and everything else. So what in the world did Carlos tell you that was so secret? Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, I love you guys. It's Sunday. Paul is calling me today for a virtual, so I'll be talking to my man on a virtual. He thinks all this is stupid. He watches me constantly. And all the other convicts that are in the room with him watch me, and they all subscribe to my channel. And they think this is a joke. Poolstick, you and me will be together forever. No matter what. No matter how many stupid people you get. They're your people. You do with them what you want to. And I'll take care of my people that you don't like. And that's the way we'll get along. Love y'all. Ciao. Oh, and Minnie, Deborah Silver, I want my fucking purse back. Sunday morning.